תערוכת אינטרסולאר 2011, סיקור מיוחד רק בפורטל תשתיות. בחסות אנרפוינט ישראל, עוצמה בינלאומית, בית ישראלי.
The comparison between 2009 and 2010 in terms of newly added capacity, well, actually, the right-hand cake should have double size as the left-hand cake, because some segments nearly doubled in comparison to the year before, especially those segments of more than 100 kilowatt peak. They have the biggest growth, you can see. Yes, on the right-hand side, almost 1.8 gigawatt in the class of 3200 kilowatt peak, and 1.7 gigawatt in the class of 100 to 1000, and the biggest class, the biggest category of more than 1 megawatt photovoltaic installations has reached a market share of 19% with 1.4 gigawatt in the year 2010. In parallel to this development, we could follow and observe very radical system price decrease. If you compare the second quarter of the year 2006, which is on the left-hand side, with the first quarter of this year, we have a decrease of almost 50%. And our industry in Germany expects another decrease of almost 50% in the next 10 years till the year 2020. So this is a very ambitious path of reducing prices and so exploring new potentials for
כן, ממשלת גרמניה פרסמה חוק חדש לשנים הקרובות, ואנחנו יושבים עם יושב ראש איגוד החברות הגרמני, שבעצם יורג מאייר, שיסביר לנו בערך לאן החוק הזה הולך ולאן ממשלת גרמניה שואפת להגיע ב-30 שנה הקרובות. Hello.
Hello, Mr. Maus.
Tell me about the vision that you present in the conference to the next 20 years of the regulation of the government. They published some draft. So just tell the audience what is going to be.
Our vision is to contribute 10% of German power supply by photovoltaic power by the year 2020. In order to reach that, we have to add installations in an amount of 50 gigawatt till the year 2020. And in order to reach that, we need a certain path with a yearly addition of photovoltaic that will not exceed 5 gigawatt a year. We will have a corridor between 3 and 5 gigawatt a year, and German politics is now discussing how to make sure that we will stay within this corridor of between 3 and 5 gigawatts.
Of how many workers now in the industry, in PV industry?
Today we have 130,000 people working in the industry, mainly people working in the manufacturing sites, in the component supply industries, and of course craftsmen, those people who install the installations on the rooftops. So 130,000 in 2010. And we hope to hold that number in the next years so that we have growing markets, growing world markets, growing export quotas for the German industry, so that we can keep that level or even expand it.
How many companies is an association?
We have almost 900 companies in our association, mainly manufacturers and also craftspeople.
Most global market shares of German industry will shrink. But at the same time, the total volume of global markets will increase, so that our export quota and the total production of modules, of inverters, of mechanical and plant engineering will increase. That's our expectation, and that's part of this roadmap, of this planned expansion of photovoltaic in Germany till 2020.
that's the problem in Italy and Spain. Spain and Greece will be effect on the euro, and the incentive will be something for a statement of the incentive will be hurt. You think it will be effect, or the industry will continue?
There is an effect if other countries regulate and limit their markets. As for example in Spain it happened, or in Italy it happened. There's a problem if the markets get smaller, because the governments say that we have a limit, a cap or whatsoever, and on the other hand the production capacities are growing. So we need growing markets outside countries like Italy, Greece, Spain, in order to have a good ratio between production and demand.
And you're doing a lot of work in the parliament and the government. How is to do this work in Germany? Because in Israel, there is no law. So what do you think about it?
This work is quite exciting, but it's also exhausting, because after Japan, after the catastrophe in Fukushima, the German government decided to accelerate the lawmaking process of all energy laws that were intended to be done till end of the year 2011, and now they decided to make it in one package within the next month. So we have a little short time to design these laws, to give our ideas into these laws, because by 8th of July everything should be done.
Germany in 2050? How many gigabytes?
In Germany in 2050, I'm sure 100% of our power will be supplied by renewable energies. And in terms of photovoltaic, it will be much more than 100 gigawatt. I wouldn't be more precise, because this is I'm not God, but at the same time, our power demand will be much lower, because we have so ambitious efficiency goals. So we don't need so much power anymore. But photovoltaic will be something over 100, perhaps something between 100 and 150 gigawatts.
It's amazing.
If Israel has limited goals for the expansion of photovoltaic, I would say that's a mistake, because in your country for sure this will be the technology that can be the cheapest in short time, even cheaper than any other wind or biomass technology, which has its limits. Photovoltaic nearly doesn't have any limit, also in price digression.
תערוכת אינטרסולאר 2011, סיקור מיוחד רק בפורטל תשתיות, בחסות אנרפוינט ישראל, עוצמה בינלאומית, בית ישראלי.